You can't knee box?
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
What up? Welcome back. Episode 96. Cheers, homie.
Cheers.
So I'm thinking like we're pretty close to 100. So I'm trying to figure out like what would be a cool thing to do for episode 100.
Anal.
Friendship anal. I was thinking of trying and get see if we can somehow manage to get Liam Brooks, and we just have a drinking podcast. Just sit down and drink.
What is with you guys wanting to drink?
It's called being a fucking adult.
What are we at? 96, 97, 98, 99. It will be the week after, I think. It will be the week after Miami Open.
Yeah, after that I can go back to it. Speaking of which, I've been training pretty solid for Miami Open lifting. I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I'm 230 pounds right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Considering the fact that I started
Are you going to cut or are you going to do ultra heavy?
Ultra heavy's up to 222. And then it's open.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's super heavy. Ultra heavy is everything above 222.
I don't know. Should I?
I don't know, dude.
That's like fat boys.
No, but you'll get big boys, but you'll get fat boys, but dude, imagine not having to cut weight.
I mean, honestly, I haven't really had to cut weight at super heavy. It's just like I think I've been lifting so much.
If you're at 230 and you got to be 218.
Yeah, with the gi.
I mean, 222 with the gi.
Yeah.
218 without it.
And I've been running. I run 3 miles before every class. So I go run 3 miles and go train. So I'm like, I'm in good shape. I'm in great shape in comparison. Like I think I just feel weaker because obviously I've been like getting burnt out and like going in and smell like every night we're all going fucking.
Yeah, but you're gonna be weaker from running before class too.
Yeah, exactly. So like for me, like I'm pushing it, but I feel good in the run. I feel good in class to the certain extent. Obviously competition class is a little bit harder, but man, I'm like, you know what, it's weird, it's one of those like situations where you know you're improving, but like you feel like you're total garbage when you're training, but I know I'm improving. It's just one of those things like you're so ragged and you're like so just burnt from like pushing so hard. Then when you're in there, like the technique's not like the best. Like you're not rolling the best. You're not getting every scramble.
Yeah, but if you rest, you'll be, you figure you always stop rolling that Wednesday before.
I started like Tuesday's my last now because like every single tournament that I've missed or I've been like really, really injured at, I've rolled at Wednesday. And it's always happened on that Wednesday because you'll get some dummy that does something stupid and it's like, oh, there goes everything.
Well, and after that, it's just cardio.
Swimming, like how we were doing it for like the longest while. Like,
I was there this morning. I get up at 5:15.
Nice.
I was at the pool, the LA Fitness.
Yeah, you didn't want to go to Aquacrest. They're not turning on that heater for you.
Well, they're not open at that early.
They open at 6. They open at 6, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they open at 6 because right now is
for general public or for swim teams.
Both. They like if you go in there, like they usually let you in at that time. But yeah, the swim team practices are that early. I remember having to go in at like 7.
Yeah, so I'm at the pool. I was at the pool today at 5:45 at LA Fitness. I swam for half an hour, alternating laps of freestyle and breaststroke.
Love a good breaststroke.
But sprinting on the freestyle. So it was that's how I feel best. And I like,
yeah.
And it's sprinting, like long distance. I keep telling everybody that, is competing or, that I'm coaching. I'm like, look, stop the long distance shit. Long distance does nothing for you. If you want to get in shape to roll, you have to do sprints.
No, for sure.
If you do not do sprints, you'll not do well and you'll gas out.
Yeah,
because
like your body's not used to it.
I said, what being in cardio shape has nothing to do with how far you can run. It's about how quick you can get your heart rate down. And if you can't get your heart rate down quick, if you don't practice that sprint, relax, you're never going to be in shape.
You also, the biggest part of that kind of routine, and also making sure that you're doing it at odd intervals. You're not just doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Like, you're doing it at very sporadic intervals. It trains you to, number one, like, be on your toes, but to be able to, like you said, calm yourself down. So it's not just on, off, because your body will get used to that rhythm. Okay, so now I know that this is how I need to operate. So if you do it at that odd intervals, even Bruce Lee has like a whole chapter on it. Like, he would do sprints, like, just complete randomly in his runs. Like, you need to have it, because that's exactly how it is in a roll. It might be just super chill. We just start off and then fucking hammer down 2 minutes, and then you lull for a minute straight. Yeah. So you have to get your mindset in being able to on off super quick.
I went ahead and registered yesterday.
I still need to.
It's still sparse, but people don't sign up for Miami or for any IBJJF with, like, they give it like 2 weeks before. And I wish I should have done it last week or 2 weeks ago, because I knew cheaper. I was going to do it.
Yeah. But we all are like that too, and shit happens.
And I just wasn't thinking about it, but now it's like, okay, I got this,
So 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away?
It was 4 weeks from last Saturday.
Yeah, so 3 weeks, 3.5. Feel good. I mean, I'm good. You know, it's funny. I wanted to tell you, like, right when we got in here, one of my favorite things happened tonight training, because obviously trained right before coming over here.
Somebody touched your ding ding.
That happens every night. You just can't miss it. One of my favorite things to experience in jiu-jitsu is either teaching someone about the hard way or watching them learn from somebody else the hard way, the Von Flue choke. And it's not me like talking shit, because it was with my buddy Nelson and stuff, and like we train all the time. But it's one of those situations where everybody needs to learn it one time, and then you learn what the fuck it is. It was gi class. We were just going, and he had the lapel, and I went to the side, and he was kind of trying to go for a loop choke, but he was trying to go more like a guillotine, trying to think like you could pull a guillotine off like that. So I just sat there, and I'm like, I'm on top, still a little bit in half guard, but on top. So I just start reaching under the head, just dropping my shoulder. I'm just waiting for him to shift, to try and get more comfortable. And I'm sitting there just smiling the whole time. And then it sinks in. So I had my shoulder pressure in. And you know how it is. You don't have to push hard. You just have to keep that constant pressure. And it's going. I'm waiting. And I feel him like slowly start to kind of like lighten up and then get like tougher. And he's like, okay. I was like, congratulations. You just learned the Von Flue choke. He's like, oh my God. He's like, it's so close. Like, he was just laying down. I was like, yeah, take a minute. It's all right. That's the whole point of that choke. But it's one of my favorite.
It's funny you said that, because today, while Herbert's out of town, getting ready for his fight.
Shout out to Herbert Burns.
Herbert Burns, the Blaze. I filled in today to teach at Combat Club, because I go on Wednesdays and Fridays at lunch, because that's the day I can get away.
Keep talking. I'm gonna get a drink.
And I just did a regular one. I just taught them what I'm teaching my guys. That way I don't have to do a lot of thinking. But so we went over the transition, and at the end, one of the guys was the guy had his head, and he was in full mount. And I go, "Do you know the Von Flue?" And he's like, "Kinda, but not really." I go, "Well, he had your head, and you were in mount." Mm-hmm. I go, "If you would have came off to side control, you could have gotten the Von Flue on him, because he wasn't letting go of your head."
Yeah.
And the biggest mistake a lot of people do with the Von Flue is, like, the first thing when somebody grabs that head, I get giddy.
Oh yeah, no,
I get kind of like,
hold it, please hold it, keep holding it.
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't even have to have them to hold it, because as soon as they grab
it just has to be up here.
No. I lock the arm in. I swing around and I lock it into the shoulder, my hand into their shoulder. So now they can't even pull their arm out. Their arm is stuck.
Right.
And then it's academic.
Good night, Irene.
And like, so afterwards, so the whole class was done. We had rolled. They had done everything. And we're now all of a sudden we're in this Von Flu seminar because everybody's feeling it on each other. I was like, you got trap the arm. As soon as you feel that head come around, trap the arm. Now they can't pull that arm away. And in gi, it's 10 times as worse that they can't pull it away because they got all that material holding it in place.
Yeah.
Then you drop that shoulder, bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your uncle.
See, like that's why. That's one of those moves that if someone's really paying attention, they start truly learning the mechanics of certain chokes that we do. That's why I say, like, you could get a choke even though, like, you don't have everything closed as long as that arm is up. When you lift your arm up like this, you are closing that artery. You can't stay like this forever. That's just the way that it is. So having this, and Gilbert actually, he showed me that nice sneaky one. You could have the shoulder here and then have half a cross choke or a collar choke on. Man, you just sit there and just sit there. And it doesn't cost you anything physically. And the person's like, oh, I can be here all day. I'll let them gas out. And then slowly it starts to sneak in. So it's one of those things. It's like when you start truthfully analyzing what's going on and you start getting into the mechanics of jiu-jitsu, man, for me, that's so much fun. It's so much fun because then you start learning. It's like catch wrestling. You start learning how to get everything from every angle. And that's why guys like Neil Melanson, like he's cool, like to watch and follow.
I regret not being able to train with him more.
He was very like finicky about who he trained with, though.
Well, we actually rolled a few times, like nice and easy. Nobody was going hard, but I should have trained with him more. I could have gone to the pro classes.
No, I did try and watch him a lot of times, and actually I just picked up his DVD the other day. I gotta watch it. So it's he's definitely the man. I think he's more of the keeper of the torch in some cases for stuff like catch wrestling or more unique, like dirty, like grappling.
Well, the Neil knot is like...
Yeah, he does some crazy stuff.
But his body is so like...
It's weird.
It's like thick, muscled upper body, long...
Skinny legs.
I wouldn't say skinny, but very... Well, from his knees down are pretty skinny.
Yeah.
His actual quads are pretty muscular, but it's like compared to his upper body, they're way thinner.
No, he's just like huge. It's kind of weird. He's one of those people that he has no problems sacrificing his body for the love of the sport, for the love of the art of grappling.
It had his friggin' toe
removed,
amputated,
just so he could keep on training.
Just so he could keep training.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, look at the damage he's done to his neck, to his back. He had like multiple surgeries and stuff.
But I don't even remember. Did he fight? I've never even seen him compete.
Yeah. I don't think he fought MMA, but he had some serious like grappling matches and stuff for sure. I mean, I'd love to see him do like submission underground and do some like crazy. Super
I would. But I've never seen him actually compete. I've just seen him.
No, there's video out there. There's definitely video out there. I don't think it's like super duper recent, but there's definitely video of him out there. Speaking of competing, how about those fights the other night? How good were those fucking fights?
I was kind of disappointed in the card.
Why?
Yeah, well, on paper, it didn't seem like it was going to be that exciting.
Well, on paper it didn't seem exciting to you?
Yeah, there was a lot of there wasn't a lot of names.
There was some awesome names on there. Andre Fili, Anthony Pettis, Ferreira, Holly Holm.
Yeah, they're not like...
The Holly Holm fight was boring. Don't get me fucking wrong.
But they're not the names that you would like. The card before was absolutely stacked. I don't remember what the card was before the pay-per-view before this one.
They had Faber, Max Holloway, Marlon Moraes, Honey Yaya, right? Yeah, I think so.
What was the main event?
I don't know. I don't think I have it written down here. I know we did the bet stuff. We have Matt. Was it Matt Brown? No. Matt, who? I don't know. Whatever. But no, I think this one is actually bigger than that one. Let's go over real quick our picks here.
Okay.
Because I was very excited the whole night. Chas Skelly against Grant Dawson didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
So that is for reason unknown. Obviously, we talked about it when Gilbert was here. Andre Feely against Sadiq Youssef. We actually all picked Sadiq Youssef because I told you guys Sadiq Youssef was going to win.
Yeah, but I no, that's not why we picked him. I picked him because he's
good?
a Nigerian on a roll.
That was your that was your claim. I just said he's that fucking good. Here's another one. Roxanne Modafferi against Macy Barber. Now, Gilbert and I picked Macy. And you and Jay-Z picked Roxanne. Which, again, I'm a fan of Roxanne. But with the information that came out after the fact about what happened in the fight.
Well, no. She fucked up her knee.
She blew her ACL in the first round.
And she came at it. She did not leave that. Dude, Macy Barber, even though she lost, she gained so many fans. She's bleeding everywhere, not able to stand.
Listen, Roxanne fucked her up. Roxanne fucked her up bad. So, like, all respect to Roxanne. But, yeah, that one went to Shawn and Jay-Z. So, Shawn and Jay-Z got that one. That's one for you guys. Then the next one, Anthony Pettis against Carlos Ferreira. You went Anthony Pettis.
I went Anthony Pettis.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, he got destroyed.
Riggedy wrecked. Everybody else, Carlos Ferreira. So that's one for me, and one for Gilbert, and one for Jay-Z. I got to figure out a better way to do this. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Let's
a
do
terrible.
Gilbert.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I don't ask. Jay-Z, Shawn, and the champ. Right. So, let's see. It was, we got one for me, two for you, one for Jay-Z, and that one didn't happen because Gilbert didn't pick that one. All right, and then Claudia Gadelia. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. Two. I get another one because I picked Carlos Ferreira. No, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? All right, never mind. Claudia Gadelia against Alexa Grasso. That didn't happen.
Yeah, what happened?
Alexa came in 5.5 pounds overweight. Yeah, she was 5.5 pounds overweight, and the commission said, like, no, you can't
Now
go.
she came in early. Like, was this what? Because I know they're doing that thing. If you get there early, or when you come,
Yeah,
into
I think
town,
they did. I think they did the thing like they did to Gilbert, where they like try and catch him. It's like no, so which sucks. And they were still talking about fighting, but they just like the commission just wouldn't do it. So that fight got scrapped. And then we had Alexei Olenek against Maurice Green, which that was fucking dunzo. I find it very difficult of a possibility that Maurice stays in the UFC. I don't think anybody really likes him. Nobody really knows who he is, which no disrespect to him. It's just the way that the entertainment business goes. But we all picked Alexei, so 1 point for everybody on that one. Gilbert's finally up on the...
So far, I'm up. I'm 3. You're closest with 2. You and Jay-Z. Oh, I guess everybody. I'm up.
Yeah, you're up by 1 on everybody. And then Holly Holm against Raquel Pennington. Again, we all picked Holly Holm because we knew that's what was going to happen. That was a boring effing fight. I'm sorry to sit there and tell you. And all due respect, Raquel Pennington's right. She's like, I came here to fight, not like hug for 3 rounds. Which she's not wrong.
Well, no. Get her off.
Get her off.
Get her off. If that's what you want to do, work on getting her off of you.
Yeah.
Which she did, but...
It didn't matter. She still got pinned right back in there. And then also the ref just kind of let them just stay there for 4 rounds, which is kind of stupid. And then finally, Conor against Cowboy. How good of a fight was that?
For Conor, it was incredible.
40 seconds. And then people are saying he threw the fight. People are claiming that Cowboy threw the fight. Did you see his face? It's not the face of someone that threw a fight.
Busted his nose with a fucking shoulder shot.
Yeah. You know what I think is funny is everybody is giving Conor credit for the shoulder thing. And it's like, 1, you clearly have never watched a boxing match. 2, I guess you've never seen John Jones fight because he's been doing that for a while.
For a while.
So I don't get what the whole thing everyone's trying to make.
But to be fair, John Jones does it up against the fence. I've never seen him do it out in the open, out in the middle of the octagon.
No, they've done it in some like weird grappling exchanges. He does it. I think he's even done it like on the ground. I'm pretty sure he's even like done it on the ground.
I don't know, but I've never seen it do that much damage.
Yeah, they can do damage. In boxing, they catch it pretty quick. They kind of like stop it really quick. But yeah, they'll do that, especially if you're close.
But and Conor being the shorter fighter,
well, you know what?
It worked for his advantage. It worked to his
for sure. But I mean, because he was so close and he had that grip, so it's just kind of like a yank down and you throw like your shoulder into it too. So it was a 2-for-1. Me, you, and Gilbert all went for Conor. Or no, me, you, what? Wait. Jay-Z went for Cowboy, and Gilbert went for Conor. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and so you beat everybody by 1 point. So you beat me by 1 point, all because of the fucking Roxanne fight. So thanks, Roxanne, you made me fucking lose.
Well, no, I could say the same thing about Anthony Pettis.
Well, you just made a bad pick. You made a bad pick. That one was like okay, because I was really expecting the young girl to sit there and blow her knee out.
Yeah, you made a bad pick.
No, she made a bad knee.
Well, no,
someone made a bad knee. I want my money back.
No. Yeah, no. What happened was Roxanne fucking
went and dominated.
Did
you see our boy Dan Bilzerian?
Lost. How much was it? Did he bet $1 million?
No, I don't think it was $1 million. I think
that's
it was
a lot of cash.
He dropped a lot of thousands on that one, which was a kind of a stupid pick, but for him, it's a drop in the bucket. How much is that guy worth?
However, though, I don't know if he would have won. Cowboy was the underdog. I think he was a minus. Was it
130?
No. At one point, it was like minus 260.
Yeah. No, the underdog would be over.
Or plus 260.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's like, even if he would have won, or I'm sorry, if he would have bet on Conor, then, like, he wouldn't have made that much money. Because you have to bet 300 to get 100. Right. So, yeah, no, it was kind of, which, by the way, I fucking never understand that whole concept.
Bet. I don't understand it. Well, that's not why I don't bet. But it's like, I just don't.
How much is that guy worth?
I have no idea.
Can you look it up? I'm really curious. I mean, I used to be like a big fan of the guy, like I'm following him and stuff all over the place, but
I'm surprised.
250.
I'm surprised it didn't come up.
Yeah,
because we're talking about it.
250 mil.
Net worth in 219, 200 million.
200 million.
You know how he made his money?
Well, his dad made the money.
Yeah, but then. He's just been playing poker.
Yeah, he's been playing poker and betting like crazy. He's a really good poker player. But you know what really made him famous? The little like viral video that came out of him, the interview. No. You never seen that? There's an interview. This is like what really like set him out into like the public. I want to say it was a Vice video, and it was talking about like the 2 weeks he spent doing like a shit ton of drugs and like having 2 heart attacks. Yeah. He had like 2 heart attacks. That's the whole thing with Dan Bilzerian. That's how he blew up into popularity. The video came out and it talks about how he had like 2 heart attacks in like 24-hour, 48-hour period, like from just doing tons of drugs. So like he was on vacation or out with his boys or whatever. They went skiing or something and just did a ton of cocaine and all sorts of other stuff and like cheated on his girl with like 10 different girls. And then, so he got rushed to the hospital. He's like, oh, I'm not feeling too good. And then they're like, the doctors, he's sitting there. I'm pretty sure he says he was in the room with his mom and his girlfriend. And the doctor's
I remember.
like,
now,
He had to explain like why. He's like, oh, well, I was doing a bunch of cocaine off a bunch of stripper
like
booties.
Viagra and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
So if you're like, you watch that video, it's pretty hilarious. At least he's honest. But you can tell he was a douche, but he didn't have the celebrity status douche behind him. And now it's like bad. I saw an interview with him the other day. They're like, why do you think girls just like throw themselves at you and just want to come out here and do all this stuff? He's like, to be honest, he's like, a lot of them say because they want to do it to get revenge on their boyfriends. Because they know the boyfriends follow them. So they're like, I want to come over there. I'm just going to bang you on camera. I want you to post it on Instagram so my boyfriend sees it. That's kind of fucked up,
That's really messed up.
right?
No,
Hell
don't
hath
be a
no
dick.
fury.
Don't be a dick. That's
Don't
the
be a
moral
dick.
of that story.
But I mean, listen, she wants to party, she can go out and party. He says like a bunch of other stuff. Some want the lifestyle and whatever, but
Most want to just get insta famous.
yeah. At least he's honest. At least he's not bullshit like fucking Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner was full of shit. He was trying to make it look classy. Like, bro, we all know what happens. Don't act like you're not sitting there smoking a bunch of like weed, doing drugs, and banging every single one of those girls. He was kind of borderline R. Kelly-ish, if you think about it, right?
At least they were all above age, and he wasn't keeping them locked up.
No, I think he does keep them locked up. I think they have to live in the mansion.
Yeah, but they are not locked in the friggin' mansion.
No, there's like curfews and stuff.
No,
Yeah.
they can leave the mansion.
I think during the day. So R.
R.
Kelly
Kelly
lets them out.
couldn't. These people were locked up.
I still have to watch the documentary. Did you watch it?
No.
I gotta watch that. Did you watch Witcher?
Yes.
I've been watching Witcher. I'm like down to the last 3 episodes.
It's not great.
It starts off good.
It's not awesome. It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. Definitely give Henry Cavill, right? Mm-hmm. Like, give him credit. He's pretty good.
I've been watching Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's on
Pornhub?
Amazon Prime,
Okay.
and it's awesome.
Always off. My bad.
It's about a lady in the 50s coming into stand-up comedy.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Is it good?
funny. It's funny.
I'll have to not check that out.
No, don't. Joe Rogan talks about it. He's been talking about it for a long time.
Really?
So I gave it a try, and then when I was up in Raleigh, Tom was watching it,
Really?
and I was watching it. I was like, "Oh, let's watch it," and we're watching it.
Can we
and
cuddle?
I
Did
laughed-
you guys cuddle while you watched it?
No.
Hold hands?
Yes, but I started laughing out loud. It was just funny.
Really?
It really was. It was hilarious.
From the first episode, or is it one of those that you
No,
gotta
I
start
watched
up?
it. They were on the season 3, so I watched like the season 3 episode, and it was hilarious.
Have you been watching any of the highlights from European?
No,
You haven't watched any? You haven't seen any of the?
I watched a little bit of it the other day.
Did you see the clip of the dude dancing?
No,
There's a clip of I want to say it was blue belt division, and it's like this little like ginger dude, and like the camera is just from kind of like behind him, and he's sitting there with headphones and doing like this fucking dance, like he's you know how people are.
do you remember that
fucking
girl
goofy.
from a couple years ago?
Uh,
She was playing headphones, and she was like really like dancing all over
Yeah,
the place,
yeah.
like she was like a trained dancer, like she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
doing a.
Yeah.
It's like it's very cringeworthy.
yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why people have to do it. But
I
this
don't
kid
understand
is.
why people need to get hyped up.
I don't get why people do all this stuff that they never do in training. But listen, man, whatever. Your competition, you do what the fuck you want. But you're not going to catch me doing fucking jumping jacks before going in there like to compete. I'll stretch, relax,
I barely
maybe.
do that.
Yeah, and I'll just go. But anyway, this kid is sitting here. He's like fucking weird elbows out and doing all this shit. And then
Doing
like
the Elaine.
kind of. It was really weird the way he was doing it. And then it's like, boom, time to go. He just takes off his headphones and goes in. But it's like, first of all, he didn't even bow in. All right. Which is that's a pet peeve. And he just goes in, and that's when it cuts. That's just, I guess they were just showing just because he was
I
dancing.
wonder
and
if he
stuff.
won or lost.
That's the question that everybody says in the comments. And then they're like, no, he lost by points. I fucking, listen, someone's going to lose in a match, all right? There's a winner and there's a loser every time. Sure, no problem. But it's fucking hilarious to me that when you do all this crazy shit, you go all out and go all like fancy, and then you get worked. It's like, man, just go out there. Just fucking go out there and just compete. You win or you lose. But, like, if you got to get that hyped up for a competition anyway, man, I don't think I ever see anybody do that in, like, any other sport. Like, what's the only person that I can think of off the top of my head that has to get, like, all super hyped up before he, like, went on to the field to compete was Ray Lewis. And that was a fucking spectacle.
Yeah, but he the way he did it was like
It was a spectacle, and it was to get the fans
right, and
going.
it was the same every time. It was like he would walk on, and then he would
do the
big
slide.
step slide,
Yeah.
the big step slide the other side, which was cool.
He's still down here, right?
I don't know.
I saw him on TV the other day. I
Maybe,
think he's still down
I
here.
have no idea.
I don't think he's living in the same house. I know.
Dude, I didn't like when I went over to his house that one day to
Uh-huh.
do the interview, and I met him. I was like, "This is a big moho."
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude. He was like my height, a little bit taller.
I don't think he's as juiced up anymore. He's not as swole.
What freaked me out
Uh-huh.
was shaking his hands. How big his freaking hands were.
I mean, he's a big dude.
Yeah, but most people
It's not bigger than Bigfoot
is bigger than your hands,
for sure, but I'm
and
not
he's
Bigfoot.
shorter than you.
Look at Wagner. You ever shaken Wagner's hand?
No.
Wagner's got a big fucking mitt, man. Wagner's got a big old hand, and that's why I'm like, combat jiu-jitsu is all for you, man. There's not that many people I can think of that I would be like, yo, that's a big hand that's gonna smack. Like most people be like, oh, your tiny little dainty hands or whatever. I'm not worried. Wagner has just sausages for fingers, like muscular sausages for fingers. You know what it looks like? In all honesty, probably a slightly slimmer like hand than Alex Honnold. And if you ever seen Alex Honnold's hand, it's fucking gross.
Why do I know his name?
That's the climber, the free solo guy.
Oh yeah.
So you've seen his hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Wagner's hand is like that thick.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. The difference is like Alex Honnold's like his knuckles are like swell up, so his hand's actually pretty like thick like this, and then the rest kind of tapers
I
off.
remember looking at his hands during that watching free solo and was like, ugh.
Yeah. No, most of those climber guys, because I've been like getting more and more into climbing, most of those people have, depending on the kind of climbing that they do, but for the most part, the pros, man, their fingers are thick. And it's not scar tissue, it's literally all muscle.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like doing bicep curls.
If you want to like see some crazy one, there's this this one Japanese girl, Miho, Miho. She's fucking crazy. She's sponsored by Red Bull, but she wins like everything. And even if she doesn't win it, like every time, like she just finishes all the routes. It's crazy how much control these people have. Like when you see them jump and then like all of a sudden they're holding on by one finger, and their whole body starts to twist, and they're like, nope. All right, then start turning back around off of one finger. Man,
That's strength.
like I've started to get a lot better because there's some holds that are literally just a hole. So like imagine if this was like a grip, this is just in, and all you can do is just go and just hold on like that. I've gotten a lot better, but then when you have it's called a crimp. You ever seen what a crimp is?
Yeah, with the little lip on
The tiniest. So like look at like the edge of the table,
Yeah.
like that.
that.
And you have to hold your entire body like that.
No.
Yeah, it's fucking nutty. Like I've gotten in situations where I can like hold it for the tiniest second, but like they go like this and then they'll lock it in. Dude, it's nutty. Like there's been times where I'm like, I'm surprised that I'm able to hold my whole body like this. But yeah, it's pretty nutty. And I was just watching a video yesterday. This guy has the world record for being able to do a pull-up with his pinky and drink a beer at the same time. So he'll put his like finger, like his pinky in like a hole and just pull himself up. Like a solid fucking pull-up. Not like, no, he's locked in and he starts drinking a beer. And then he does another one. It's called a ruler pull-up. So they take a ruler, like a plastic ruler, they nail it to a board and he grabs it. So it's literally like this, and he hangs on by basically the meat under his fingernails.
Yeah.
And he just stays there for like a minute.
Nope.
That's fucked up. Those grips are nutty. But you see them, they have what's called a sloper. So think of like a dome. Think of like a soccer ball. Okay, imagine now you can sit there and hold yourself up like that. Dude, it's been killing me training with it, like and going out there, but it's helped out my jiu-jitsu grip so much.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like crazy, but I'll be damned if it doesn't fuck your body up. It's scary shit. Are you afraid of heights?
No.
At all?
No.
I can make you afraid of heights.
How?
Go up there climbing.
I've done it.
No.
Yes, I have. I've gone climbing before.
Where?
Not in rocks, but on like the rock walls that they would bring out to
At like the mall?
the carnivals and stuff. They're
No,
they're like 40 feet.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Wouldn't bother me either way.
All right.
If you got
All right, come out. Why don't you
if
come
I
out
got
and
if I have the harness and the belay,
And the what?
the guy on the bottom.
The belay.
That's what I said.
You said bole.
Same. Because you're supposed to say on belay.
Yeah, everybody does it different. It's really weird. Like belay on, and other people say take. So now it's like take on, and then I say take on me. But yeah, they'll yell take.
Aha!
Yeah. You didn't even pick. All right. Here's the other thing that's pretty crazy. Did you see the video that went viral of the father attacking the wrestler? You haven't seen this? Are you for real right now?
Where did it happen?
Some high school in the middle of fucking nowhere, like Kannapolis or Kinneapolis or something. It was really like, because I remember the name being like someone wanted Kansas City and Minneapolis put together. But basically, high school wrestling match. Two guys are competing against each other. And the one kid grabs the guy, goes for basically like a suplex, slams him on his head, like on the back of the neck, slams him on his head. So illegal fucking slam, whatever. Like, so the ref calls it immediately. Out of nowhere, this fucking guy comes running in and just body checks the kid that slammed his son, because his son is the one that got slammed. Just full on, boom, body checks him.
Enjoy jail.
Went to jail, got fined like $1,000 or something, and he's banned from the tournament. That's it. I mean, he assaulted an underage kid.
Yeah.
But all you got is like $1,000 and banned from going to high school tournaments.
Yeah, he got off light.
I can't believe you didn't see the video. Man, let me see.
Did not see the video.
I'm going to have to probably take a pause for a second. I just got some work text. But about what is it going to show you? I was going to show you. It's on Flow Grappling. Flow.
Did you just check him and stand over him?
No, he like was going in on the kid.
Like he was gonna punch him?
It looked like it. It definitely looked like it. Man, I know it was on Flow Grappling. Why can't I find it? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was on Jiu-Jitsu Times. My bad. Jiu-Jitsu Times. Come on. I know. I hate the pause, people. But I got to show this guy this video because it's hilarious.
I don't know, though. I mean...
Did they take it down? Oh, man, I hope they didn't take it down. I think they did. Damn. Yeah, look it up. I know it was on their Facebook page. But from what I did read, yes, the guy got are you looking it up?
Yep, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, the guy got arrested on the spot. When I believe it was $1,000 fine.
Is it the top one?
North Carolina man's charging students. No, this is it might be. Is it? No, this guy was the second one. Ha, it's funny. You can tell by his face he's his comeback. You can turn the audio down.
I'm trying.
I just want to look at your reaction when you see the slam and the check.
What? Oh, look at that. That's the dad. What a winner.
Yeah, right? It's like, I think they were just looking for an
Where
excuse.
was the other kid's dad?
Oh, I think he came in like later on.
If somebody
But like
checked...
I get it. Like if you like, I don't think it was really, really on purpose, because they are supposed to like slow the slam down, like in high school wrestling, like that's a rule. So the guy got, he got the penalty like right off the bat, like as soon as it happened. So it wasn't like the ref let it slide. Are they still not showing the video?
Yeah, well, they're showing the breakup, but they're not showing
Oh, that's so stupid.
what led to it. Maybe they'll show that in a second. Maybe they wanted to show the guy getting tackled.
By the way, the weather out here is perfect, people. Just to let you know. It was 4 degrees Celsius this morning, so it's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I really think we need to get rid of the Celsius system. I think it's bullshit. You still haven't seen it? All right,
No,
fuck it. I'll just show you later. We'll just keep moving on, because that
Yeah,
shouldn't
they just
take
keep showing the dad get...
Yeah, you need to just go
Get
to the Facebook page. It'll pop right up.
This is going to be it. It's the first one. Yeah, because now, see, if I would have done the first one,
Yeah. Well, let's see.
because now it's like
There you go.
the whole thing.
Yeah, well, it's after. Are they going to show the full wrestling match of the kid getting slammed? Man, I can't wait to get internet in here. So I don't actually have Wi-Fi in the studio. We're working on getting it. Again, you guys need to remember that this is all coming out of my pocket. So, tough times all around here trying to make something out of nothing. Bro, are you still trying to find it?
Yeah, it's not.
I'll show you
It's
later.
not
No way.
showing it.
Anyway, how about this for some more news? So last week we talked about Robert Whittaker dropping out of his upcoming fight.
Well, now we found out why.
Now we found out why. So for those of you who don't
Holy
know,
cow.
Robert Whittaker dropped out of his upcoming UFC fight to help donate bone marrow for his sick daughter.
That's
Man.
so. It's like.
It's like it hits you in the. It's one of those. It hits you in the feels like because it hurts your heart to know a kid is that sick. But then it's also like, good for you, man. Like I appreciate that. I respect that. Someone that's willing to sit there and like say, "Fuck this."
Well, yeah. He. I guarantee you, he just gained a lot of
Fans.
A lot of fans. I mean, and he's gonna have.
I mean,
the
he was
support.
huge anyway to begin with. Like, I mean, everybody loved him to begin with. But to sit there and honestly say how many people are really truthfully and honestly able to say, for the next year now, I can't fight because I need to donate bone marrow. Because he's out for a year. Like, when you do that, you're out for the year. You can't do anything. There was actually a story, man, a few years ago. Now that I remember, I think it was like a football player that he had like a full ride scholarship and everything, and then he found out one kid in his school like needed a bone marrow transplant, and the kid said like he found out that he was a match, and he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna give it all up so this kid can have my bone marrow. I'm pretty sure that was the case. Hopefully I'm not making up the story here. Are you still looking at this fucking thing?
There's a different. I don't know if this is the same one.
I'm assuming no, because the ref was behind him.
Look, there's the slam.
Oh yeah, it might be. Does he come charging in now?
Yep.
Let me see.
Yep. He totally like.
Yeah. That's the one. Boom. Body checked him. Like, that's unnecessary, dude.
Yep.
Like, so if that's your kid, the one that just got body checked, what would you do?
I would destroy the dude.
Right? I would fuck him up.
I would destroy him.
I would fuck him up, then I'd grab his kid and slam him again. Be like, boom, bitch, I got you both. Just turn it into a tag team match.
But look, it's kids, man, and obviously the kid, and that happens. That happens. You have the heat of competition happening.
And they're kids. They're like two boys filled with testosterone, and
Right.
they're angry, and they're going to sit there.
You're going to run and hit the kid instead of running and checking on your kid?
So here's the thing. Like, I knew this girl that was a cheerleader, and she was one of the ones that goes like all at the top of the tower when they do the little fucking pyramid. And these girls were so, I'm trying to think of the word, just they were bitches, and basically they dropped her. She landed on her neck, and she like basically has problems now for the rest of her life because they were just being spiteful, like mean girls, like in high school, right? So imagine someone being spiteful, and he just was a piece of shit kid, and he slammed him and hurt his neck. Like, man, like
Yeah,
I get it. That's why like you're upset. Like, it is a possibility that someone's doing that. But you still can't go out there and assault a kid over it.
No.
But I get it.
I don't.
Okay, here's the thing. I would get it if it was the kid got slammed and the ref didn't even fucking bother.
Well, no, that's not even it. What you do is you yell at the kid. What do you think? You check your kid.
Yeah.
Make sure your kid
Check
is
your
okay.
kid first, please.
Then you go, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
And if his dad steps up and starts
Then
yelling
we got
at you,
words.
then we got hit. Now we got business.
Yeah, now we got hands. Like, I will be the one throwing hands at a wrestling match.
But you do not attack the kid.
You can't assault a kid.
And the kid, it was like in the heat of a scramble.
You know what would be great? If the guy starts charging the kid and he, like, last second sees him, just grabs him, body slams him
to bellies him
Yeah.
over his head.
Just boom. Like, can you imagine, like, what would happen if you do that? I mean, he would probably get banned forever.
No, he's
But-
protecting himself.
Yeah, but
Got to do what you got to do.
I wonder if they
So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So,
you wrestled,
well, no, I'm talking about the pro wrestling.
right?
So, here's the rule: we don't hurt each other.
Right.
We do what we can to keep each other protected.
You're doing business.
We're right. Every once in a while, a fan will get angry and try to jump in the ring.
Yeah.
If that happens, it's fair game.
Right. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
It happened like pretty recently in the last couple of years too.
You do not stop beating that dude until he's out of the ring.
Yeah. Now, do you throw him out or does he have
No.
to go crawling out?
You beat him out. Like
Oh, right.
you stomp him until he's.
You ever had to do that?
I've never had to stomp him, but I have had to choke somebody out for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
No, I did not choke somebody out for real.
You're just making up stories.
No.
This fucking wrestling CTE bullshit.
One of my trainers
Uh-huh.
choked somebody out for real.
You sure? You're
Yes.
not living vicariously?
Yes. No.
Do you
I was in the
remember
ring.
story now?
No, I wasn't even. Was I in the ring?
Bro, you don't fucking know. I think you just watched this on TV. You watched the
No.
wrestling.
This happened for real. The guy jumped in the ring. He got
What year
put to
is it?
sleep. I would say 98, 99.
Okay.
Dude jumped in the ring, and
Why did he jump in the ring?
because he's a sucker, and he got goaded into jumping in the ring. But I have stomped on people.
Okay,
when they
but-
try to come in the ring.
Right.
Like,
But hold on.
You
Don't
stop him from becoming.
Don't jump
in
the
the
story here. So he had a love interest of the guy that you were beating up.
No, I wasn't. No, it was my one of my trainers.
Oh, so he was the one wrestling.
He was the one wrestling.
Okay.
This kid on the outside.
How old are we talking about,
I
kid?
don't know. It wasn't a
Teenager?
little kid. No, like I don't know. I don't know how old
20s?
he was. Could have been early 20s.
Were you even there?
I was there.
Okay, so then you should know.
Guy comes in the ring. Casey snatched him up, put him in a literal chokehold, and put him to sleep.
So he didn't stomp him. He didn't
Nope, put him to sleep.
Come on, man. You just fucking.
But
You
me
just
and
yanking
Joe,
my chain now.
Joe and I, we had people try to come in the ring. Joe is the first one trying to stomp him, and then I was right behind.
But
him
like, what
stomping.
happens? Do you try? Do you?
You don't let them in the ring.
So like, as they're like trying
As they're
to get
trying
in,
to get in the ring, that's when you're stomping the shit out of them.
So what do? Kick them like straight in the dome or what?
You just start stomping them wherever you can get them. They put a hand in, you stomp the shit out of it.
So like, you just full on break the hand.
Yep.
So what happens then? Would you guys get in trouble or no?
No, protecting ourselves.
Man, I would let them come in just so I could do like just go lucha libre on there and just as he's running to you like, boom, chuck him out.
No.
Actually, like
It's not-
some
it's
famous
not that
wrestler died
easy.
the other day. Some lucha libre guy died the other day.
La Parca.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not as easy to throw a man as we make it look.
Yeah, but like I'm assuming by your size compared to their size.
Even throwing him, no, it doesn't even matter. Picking up a person and throwing them is not easy, especially dead weight.
If they know how to sprawl, for sure it's difficult.
Not
obviously.
even if they just like try to hang. Like if you, what makes pro wrestlers is we know how to position ourselves
to make it look good.
And to make ourselves lighter.
Right.
Like I can
Jump up like as
It's not
the
even a
pickup.
jump up. It's like you brace yourself.
Yeah.
You straighten your body.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it's not like dead weight.
Yeah,
dead
yeah.
weight is way harder to hold than like
Yeah, just someone standing there.
right. So it's like there's ways that you make yourself lighter. Picking up even like a 170-pound dude and throwing him and slamming him isn't that easy.
I would love to work at the WWE as just like, I don't know, man. Like, what would be a fun gig to have with the WWE and traveling the world, like outside of being the wrestler?
There's nothing. Everybody else is working their ass off.
I would love. Actually, take that back. Who was the guy, the one that did all the interviews? He died recently too. The one that did all the interviews, though, like the famous one where he's like,
Gene Okerlund?
is it Gene?
Mean Gene Okerlund?
Where he's like interviewing Macho Man. And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
I'm the cream of the crop.
Yeah. That's Mean Gene.
Like that would be a good one to have. Like, because only very sporadically would someone sit there go off on them, like legitimately.
yeah. I mean, Mean Gene would. I mean, yeah, but why would you want to be?
Because that would be great to sit there and antagonize them just to get their. Like, I would have loved to be there when The Rock started doing the whole eyebrow and really getting like the crowd going. It'd be impossible for me not to laugh. It'd be impossible for me to be interviewing.
Well, then
The
you
Rock.
wouldn't be able to do it.
I know, but I would love to do it. It would have been great just to ask him the questions to set him up so he could sit there and do that. It's like, what was your name again? It doesn't matter what you're like. Oh man, I would fucking love to be that guy, to be the goat or the, what's it called? I guess it would be the stoolie, right?
You're the well, I don't know. I guess you would be the plant or the mark.
Yeah, to be like the mark for it. It'd be pretty fun. Who was the guy that slapped the shit out of the reporter?
That was Dr. D. David Schultz.
Was that what it was? 'Cause,
Well, there was
he
two
told
guys
him it
that
was
did it.
fake, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what do you say about
That
people
was John
saying it's fake?
Stossel, and he slapped him in one ear and then slapped him
It's like,
in
that's
the other.
fake? Does that feel fake to you? And
Yeah.
then like pinned him against the wall or something?
And Dr. D was a big dude.
Yeah.
Like, and he was a tough redneck kind of a
Yeah,
of a
that's like
guy.
the old school guys.
Yeah, like old school.
Did he get like jail time or anything for that?
I don't remember. But Hogan put Richard Belzer to sleep
Why? How?
on the show.
Why?
Because Belzer said something about it being fake or whatever. And Hogan said, well, I can put you in a hold. And Belzer's like, okay. And he put him to sleep. And Hogan let him go. And he fell down and he smacked the back of his head, started bleeding. He sued Hogan. I want to say Vader slapped somebody too. There's
I
been a
remember
few
that.
of those.
I remember that. I think Vader though, like he also like slapped like his wife or something like that.
No. Vader, no, not Vader.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure. Big Bad Vader?
Yeah. Van.
Big Van Vader. I always fuck that up. Big Van Vader. Didn't he die? He died
Yeah, he's
like
dead.
a few years ago.
Just like last year.
Yeah. All right, let me see. What the fuck was I looking up again?
If he slapped his wife, which
Oh.
I'm 99.9%
Big
sure he did.
Van Vader assault. See, this is why I can't wait to get internet, so like this shit goes a lot faster. Vader attacks Gorilla Monsoon. Big Van Vader. Dead at 63. 2018. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There's got to be something on here about like other media. Health problems. Oh, he had an American football career.
Yeah. I think he played for Colorado. And then
He was in Fist of the North Star? I didn't know that. Remember when he was on Boy Meets World?
No.
He was like his like cousin or his uncle or something like that?
No, I never.
Yeah. He was Francis Albert Leslie Stechino.
Yeah, I wasn't watching Boy Meets World. I was just looking at pictures of Topanga.
She got married. She got big. I'll find it. I'm pretty sure he did something.
His son wrestles.
Does he?
Yep.
In the WWE or no?
No. But he wrestles.
Oh, well. Rest in peace. Man, he was always the best. Him, I remember like just being super stoked anytime I heard the church bell.
Oh, for
Undertaker. Anytime I heard the Undertaker, I'd be like, oh, man. And I had no clue what was going on because there was still the language barrier for me. So I just saw
heard
these
the
characters.
gong?
I just heard dung, dung. I'm like, what is going on? And then this like either the coffin would come out or this dude would just come out, like Paul Bearer just come out with it. Like I had no clue what was I watching.
Oh,
had-
Undertaker.
I had no clue what I was watching. I probably still don't know the proper storylines of everything that was going on. Could you rewatch that stuff now? I don't think
Yeah.
so. You think so? Like,
Oh, you mean could you or
like could you
actually stomach the storyline?
Yeah, like could you stomach sitting down and watching it like if it was a season of fucking The Simpsons just going through the whole season?
No,
Why?
because it never ends.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah, it hasn't ended. Like, I think it started in '95, and it has never ended. If they were smart, they would do seasons. They would start doing seasons. Wrestling would like
Well, they kind of do, right? Like some
No.
wrestlers get like a couple of months off.
only if they get injured, or they got to film a movie.
How much steroids do you think that the WWE has to travel with?
They're not allowed. They can't. They got a wellness program.
They still got to do it. The guys all have to
No,
do it.
the guys got to do it, but like
There's got to be no, because even Jake the Snake said like there was the guy that like would travel.
they don't do that anymore. They haven't done that since the 90s when it all went down with Hogan and Vince McMahon in court.
What happened?
They got busted for giving steroids, and Hogan
Just ratted him out.
he well, I wouldn't say
And then he went to like NWO or something, right?
went to WCW, yeah.
Right.
Or he was already over there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. See, you couldn't do seasons though, because then first of all, you lose out on a lot of money.
Yeah, but you know what you would do? What you would do with seasons, the thing that you would get out of doing seasons is you would allow your guys to wrestle. Or I mean to rest. Let their bodies recover.
Right.
And then what it also would do is it would not be constant. It's such overkill that like you lose like
what's the
it
average?
loses its luster.
What's the average run time for a wrestler, like a pro wrestler? Like how many years can you really go all out?
Depends.
Like 4?
No, it depends because there's guys that have gone all out for decades, and there's guys that went all out for 2 years. And
I mean, look at Undertaker. He was what, like 60?
no, he's just in his 50s.
And he was like, he came back. He had like the whole neck surgery and everything.
Well, he's a mess, but he's at the end of his. He's done. He might
But
do
like
one
to go to the
match.
extreme, like Triple H and The Rock and stuff, just consistently week in, twice a week.
Twice a week.
Because they would do the Monday
That's
Night
4
Raw.
days a week,
Yeah.
sometimes 5. My buddy Hassan, he was in the WWE for 5 years, I think. There was a stretch of time where I think it was like 3 or 4 months where he was home for 2 days because he was out. Like you wrestle and then you have to do promotion, and then if you speak Spanish, you had to go to Mexico and do promotion, or you got to go to Spain.
What do they make you do?
Interviews and all kinds of
That's
stuff.
before the internet and phones.
No.
Cell phones.
This was like 2007, 2006.
I mean, I guess I'm not in the world, so I can't see it. Like, I don't see those interviews. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
see...
we do, no, we don't. It's like it's across. It's like it's on a Mexican radio station.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, but you don't see Triple H on Good Morning America.
No, it doesn't. Because in America, it's like
It's whatever.
it's very rarely, but they do show
Do they go
up.
to Europe? No. They
Oh
don't.
yeah, they go to Europe.
They'll
all
go
the
to
time.
O2 Arena once in a while.
They'll go to all over Europe. They go to the Middle East. They go to India. They go everywhere. Everywhere.
Have you watched it at all recently?
No.
Like, so you don't know any of the new characters?
I don't know any. I know some of the guys that, like I was friends with Bryan Danielson, who's Daniel Bryan,
Right.
when we wrestled for a
That's
company
the
called
ginger, right?
not really ginger.
Who's the redheaded dude?
I don't know.
The Irish, like, redhead.
That's Sheamus.
Yeah, Sheamus. That's what it is.
But Bryan Danielson is like, or Daniel Bryan. He like we wrestled for a company here in Florida called FIP. Him and I were like, he was kind of a
Weren't you guys
geek.
gonna get back together? Weren't you gonna get you and your wrestling partner? Like, didn't they reach out to you to do like a comeback match or whatever?
No.
I thought you did.
No, he wanted me to come back and do a match
Come on, do one,
against him. And
You
I
should
was
do
like,
one.
I would do it, but like,
Your back's better now. You could do it.
yeah, the wrestling, like you don't lose. Like I could train like a couple days and be back to where I needed to be. Like remembering shit.
Right.
But
I think you should do it.
no,
Come on.
I don't need to do it. I'm the kind of like, I really am like, when I'm done with something,
You're done?
I'm done.
Come on, though. Do it for me. Come on. Go out there and just do one match. Just so I can say, like, I watched Shawn wrestle.
If I ever do it, I'll let you know.
Come on. Come on. Like, what would it take to get you to do it?
I have no idea.
Like, would it have to be, like, some special venue or something like that?
No. No,
Like
it just have to be the
Could
right.
it, like, be, like, the FAU auditorium?
It would have to be the right situation, the right opponent. Like, it would just have to be.
You guys could have, like, a BFF choral. Like, you left me, Shawn. You left me here by myself. I lost the belt. It's like, fuck you, bro. I had to leave. I didn't want to leave.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what would make me do it, but I don't know.
And then, like, at the end, you guys just hug it out.
The thing in wrestling
I got the story right there.
that you have to say.
Oh, shit.
Everybody.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. I'm cramping. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's my quad. Oh. Fuck. Ah, okay.
Yeah, the thing you say in wrestling is you never say never.
Right.
So
give me your boy's number. I'm gonna hit him up and then be like, listen, I need you.
well, he runs one of the hottest companies in California.
Dude. Oh, Joe?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, give me his number. I'm gonna be like, Joe, please make this happen. Like,
It
all right,
make sense.
what if I start a GoFundMe and you have to, like, that money goes to charity, but you have to wrestle. Like, we'll do like a charity like event, but you have to wrestle. Come on, you wouldn't do it for charity?
I'll do
You
it for
selfish
charity.
fuck.
That's not it. It's just
Like, let's say $5,000 for charity.
I mean
$5,000 10-minute match.
yeah. I mean I would do that. But it would happen.
But like,
again.
you'd have to be like legit. Like, you have to go all out. Like, I want to see chairs slamming. I want
No,
to see
dude.
fucking
I'm
coming
done with
off
chairs.
coming off the
I got
ladder.
enough scars on my head.
I'll make it fucking cage
I got
match.
scars on my tattoos
Cage match. Come on.
from barbed wire and light
come on,
light tubes.
bro. Cage match.
No.
Just like, was it like
doesn't
you
make
have to
sense.
climb out of the cage?
A cage match doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because you have a cage match when there's a lot of anger and animosity.
When you're like trying to get to Rumble or WrestleMania.
Or like when you really want to trap your guy in the ring
Yeah.
so he can't get away from you. So it wouldn't make sense for me to do a
Come
cage
on, man.
match.
You know how exciting it would be for me to sit there and all of a sudden you hear like, boom, and all of a sudden the fucking cage starts coming down from the ceiling.
That's not what happens.
Yeah, well,
It's really unglamorous when you put a cage up at a
yeah, no, like, it's
at
like
an
everybody
independent
knows it's
show.
gonna happen.
What happens is the lights come on for about half an hour,
Let's
and
set
the
the
ring
camera.
crew builds the
Put a
cage.
couple of bolts.
It's like it really is. It's
Listen,
not,
I've seen it at the Titan fight, so I know. But come on.
but think about that, but with everybody watching.
Yeah, no, well, that's what happened at Titan. That's a whole different story. Come on, like, just watch like the cage come down and be like,
Doesn't happen like
yeah,
that.
I can make it happen, bro.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I
No,
can
you
make it
can't.
happen. It'll be an outdoor match. I can.
How you gonna make an outdoor match and it come down from the ceiling?
Because you get those cranes. We could do it at the docks down in Fort Lauderdale.
No, that's not happening.
And they have
That's
those
not
giant
happening.
cranes for the boats.
No, I'm not doing
That's
a
like
cage
easily
match.
made for that.
I'm not doing a cage match. I will not do a
Underwear
cage
match. You guys gotta
No.
take it.
It would be an old school
Chair
wrestling match. No chairs.
Chairs. Come on, give me. How
I'll
about
do
light
tables.
bulbs?
I'll do tables.
Light bulbs?
I'll do tables.
What about the light bulbs?
No, I'll do tables.
Why not the light bulb?
Huh?
Why not?
Because
the,
I am permanently scarred from
One
light
light bulb.
bulbs.
one light
No.
bulb. Come on, one light bulb.
No.
I just want to see him like go full lightsaber to the back.
No.
Just-
No.
You wouldn't do it.
No. No. I would
You
wrestle.
wouldn't take a light bulb to the fucking back for charity.
No.
You scumbag.
No.
If you told me,
I'll
hey,
go outside. I'll hit you right now with a fluorescent light
all
bulb
right,
if
let's
you want
do
to see it.
Is it gonna? Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time. Like, come on, for charity, right here. Let's go.
No.
You go straight to the chest and then
No, I'm
just
not
bear
bleeding.
palm it.
I'm not bleeding. I don't need to bleed anymore. I've already.
What about you swinging it on him?
No, because it still leaves glass in the cage or on the mat. It's like it's not a.
There's thousands of little kids in
That don't care.
third world country that are starving because you won't take a fucking light bulb to the back one time. You did it for like
Don't we
20
have something
years.
to go over?
Yeah,
It's
no,
getting
well, no,
late.
yeah.
It's
I
getting
want to
late.
know what you have against starving children. That's what I want to know.
They should. I don't know. I don't have anything. Against
That's
kids.
fucked up, bro. You can't. That's so wrong. Okay, all right. You wouldn't do a chair. You would do a chair match.
No.
Table. You
I'll
said
do
you-
tables.
Okay, like, but what? You just gotta get slammed on the table. Like the table doesn't come swinging.
No, you do not swing the table. You
I mean,
get
I've seen
slammed-
people like
You
swinging
get
tables.
slammed through the table.
I mean, there's that World Star video, that big black girl chucking an entire table at somebody.
No. I would do tables.
Okay, tables. coming from a ladder?
No.
You wouldn't jump off the ladder?
It's just a table match.
A little 6-foot ladder. You just jump onto the table.
No.
What other matches are there that you could do?
I could do a dog collar match. But I'm not doing that
It's
because
a dog collar match.
where you guys are attached with a dog collar and like a 30 foot length of chain between you. And that's a dog collar match. There's a Texas bull rope match where you
gotta like hog tie them?
No, where you got a rope around each other, attached to a rope around each other's wrist.
And you gotta try and like just grapple with that on there. That wouldn't be fair, because you would win that one regardless. I don't think you could play that one out well. What other matches are there?
There's all kinds of things. You do a dildo on a pole match.
Oh, there's the one where like you gotta get like kicked out of the ring. There's that one, right?
You mean a battle royal?
Is it like the battle
Where
royale?
a bunch of people go in the ring?
No. Where it's, well, yeah, they do have it that way, but you got to get the other person out. Like doesn't have to be 20 people. Man, the battle royales were always the best.
They were so stupid.
They were so much fun, just because there was so much just chaos. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back and find them. I know that there was one that was like absolutely insane. Like the entire like just crew just came out. Like every staff member, like pro wrestler,
I
just
should
came out.
not have brought up pro wrestling.
Hey, you
This
brought
is
it up.
Jiu-Jitsu Radio.
All right, I got another one for you. Verdum calls out Alexei Oleinik for his UFC fight, his UFC comeback fight, since he got kicked out, or not kicked out, I guess he got suspended for the steroids. And, that's the other part of it, too. He was suspended for 2 years. For
I did not know.
2 years or 4 years? Whatever, for years, for steroid use. And the homie Verdum decided to pull the snitch card because the USADA stipulation.
No.
So USADA has it, for people that don't know, USADA, when they give you the suspension, in the rule book says they will be lenient, or they will suspend some of the suspension if you assist them in catching other people that are cheating. That's the rule. So if you rat people out and they find out it's true, they are able to cut it down. So which is why he's coming back early, and they haven't said who he ratted out on, but
Are there any rumors?
I didn't look that deep into it.
I can't think of anybody who's gotten popped recently.
No, there's been a couple. There's been a couple of guys that got popped. But
Like the one person who looks like they should be popped and hasn't been popped is amazing to me. Is Paulo Costa?
no, he did.
No, he didn't.
No, they said that they found stuff.
No,
Yes.
no.
Pretty sure.
I'm 100% positive they haven't.
That was the whole thing, because everybody like said that about him, and they're like, "Oh, you should go and check out his Paulo Costa." I think they had found something, and they're like, "No, he's not done it."
Nope.
Yeah, IV use. See, he was suspended for IV use.
Right, but that's not drugs.
Received prohibited intravenous infusions in June and November of 2017, which resulted in 6-month suspension.
Well, that was years ago. He's fought since then.
Yeah. But it came out like way after. Yeah, that was just that. But I think, there's some people like, look at Yoel Romero. He's clean. He's 100% clean. And he's juiced up again. And technically, he's supposed to be getting a shit ton of money from suing the supplement company. Next time I see him, I'm going to ask him if he got that
ask
money.
him if he love you.
Be like, hey, bro, you get the money? You get the money, bro? And see and find out. Anyway, Verdum calls out Alexei Oleinik. He says, my jiu-jitsu is better, and he would love to prove it in his comeback fight to the UFC. Which I kind of think it probably is better. I think he's in better shape. Because Alexei, if you watch them, like, that man can't walk. His knees are shredded. His knees are gone.
And here's the thing. Alexei's not young. He's 42 years old.
Mm-hmm. He's 42 and he's still getting the wins by submission.
I'm wondering how good he is on the ground, or is he just good at certain things?
No, I've seen him roll. He's pretty good. Like when I've gone to ATT and stuff, I've seen him roll. He's pretty good. He's no joke. He's
No, I
legit.
know.
But I mean, then
got-
he goes
how
up
many- he's
against
got-
Gordon Ryan and he got worked in a minute and 30 seconds.
Right.
So I think his jiu-jitsu for MMA is above average.
Right.
Is really,
He's got, what
really
has he
well.
got? 4
No, he's got
Nogi Ezekiels?
he's got a bunch. He's got a bunch more than that.
No, not
Yeah.
more than that.
Yeah.
There's no
Are
way.
you typing it up?
Yeah.
Okay, look it up. Because Olenek. Yeah, no, he's got way more than that. The boa constrictor. Let me see his record. Are you Wikipediaing it or are you doing
I'm on
sure dogging it?
Wiki.
I don't think it says this. Oh yeah, it does.
Submission armbar, rear naked. So 1 Ezekiel choke, 2 Ezekiel chokes.
Scarf hold headlock, arm triangle choke, rear naked choke, triangle choke, rear naked chokes,
3
Ezekiel
chokes.
submission, decision, rear naked, submission, Ezekiel,
4,
Ezekiel,
6.
and then I get a random phone call.
8, 9, 10.
And that's why
Well, these were all in.
it doesn't have to be in the UFC. Okay.
Well, yeah. I was talking in the UFC.
Oh, don't try and fix it now.
Well, no, that's what we were talking about. He's got 4 in the UFC, or actually it's 3.
3 in the UFC.
And then he was going for that bulldog choke,
a lot.
that scarfold choke. No, on
So
Maurice
what's the
Green
total?
the other night.
Yeah. So what's the total?
There was like 8 or 9, I think,
yeah.
total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But I think he's got that scarfold more than the.
Yeah. 7,
Ezekiel.
8, 9, 10, 11. 11 wins in his MMA career by Ezekiel. That's not a joke, man. That's a really, really tough one to get in Nogi. Like
Yeah,
my
dude,
arms are
I've
long.
tried.
My
tried
arms
to
are
do it.
long, and it's tough too. I don't think it's like, I don't know. It's got to be. It's still a legitimate. I guess you don't have to have this hand all the way across.
And think about it, he's doing it with gloves.
With gloves, while sweaty. And
Sweaty
sometimes
might work. Sweaty might
sometimes
work in his favor, though.
where he can just slide in, and while on the bottom and he's mounted.
Yep.
And he did that to my homie, what's his face, Victor Pesta, because that was his UFC fight, and he caught him like that. He thought he had it, and then that sucks. That sucks. I felt bad on that one. Victor's doing good though. He's winning out there. He busted his jaw though. I think his last fight he broke his jaw. Man,
So I wonder if that'll happen.
why don't you hit him up and be like, hey, can you give me a seminar on the Ezekiel choke in?
I don't like
Noki?
Ezekiel's.
I like him. I just don't
I don't
really
like
go
him.
for him that much. Why don't you like him?
Because if you're on the bottom and you're going for him,
You can get
you're
swept.
if you're on the bottom, you're in a bad position,
Mm-hmm.
and you might not get it. And now your arms are way up here, and they can move to S mount or something like
Right.
that. If you're on the top and you go for it, you can get
swept.
swept. So, there's just
What do you think is the most underrated submission in jiu-jitsu?
underrated.
Yeah. Thanks for doing that on the mic.
I don't know. I mean, underrated wrist
Like-
locks.
Yeah, I guess wrist locks. I think those are just looked like. I think wrist locks is the Mos Eisley Cantina of jiu-jitsu submissions.
Of a hive of
Yeah, villainy.
villainy and
Was it wretched hive of scum and villainy? Yeah,
it's a wretched hive.
that's basically what wrist locks are in jiu-jitsu. I think they're still lower than leg locks were 10 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
So you go with wrist lock?
Most underrated?
Yeah.
I would say so.
You think a lot more people can hold out on wrist locks than chokes?
Well, I think chokes. I mean, if you're gonna go underrated, like I think it's like there's
Like,
a
they're not-
hierarchy because I guess you could say that the Von Flue is underrated.
I would definitely go with Von Flue, but it's not a position or a submission that you can get in several different positions. You can get wrist locks from anywhere. You can get a guillotine from almost anywhere. Like, you could get a triangle from anywhere, from mount, from bottom, from whatever, for side control. But like a Von Flue, it's got to come from side control.
Or bottom half.
Or bottom half. But that's a little tougher.
I'll have to keep it ahead.
I would agree with you, wrist lock. I think probably the most underrated still has to be the scissor choke. I think
Because I don't see that being a high probability.
going like this.
You mean with your arms?
Yeah,
Well, no, that's not underrated. I mean,
I don't think as many people go for it. I don't think it's a go-to for a lot of people.
then they're idiots.
Because I mean, if most of the times if you're going for like a bow and arrow, right, and someone's like holding pretty hard, it's a lot easier to just stick your hand in there.
I don't think that's underrated.
Maybe armbar without having to fall back, like the one just from like just posturing.
I still say, out of those, I still say wrist lock is looked as less of a
option.
That's
why I love those submissions, like the beginning of matches. As soon as they grab the collar, be like, bah! That's my goal. I want to get it once. I just want to get it once in competition.
Or what about when Wagner tapped out?
Marcin Held
with that
the
wrist
mercy.
lock.
There was a mercy. That was funny because it was like Marcin kind of just let it go because he was trying to play the rules, and Wagner's like, no. It's like, bro, have you never seen like Wagner compete? Because that's Wagner.
It was
that's
awesome.
His move.
And
I loved it.
It was like it caught everybody by surprise, and Marcin was like, no, you
tapped.
yelled.
Yeah, you tapped, bud. Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that.
How is that
level.
not legal?
No, yeah, I don't think
Maybe because he was thinking it was small joint manipulation, but holding the Greco-Roman knuckle lock, it's not. You're not manipulating the joints. You can't manipulate the joints.
No, I mean you could squeeze, which is he probably felt the squeeze. He's like, he's squeezing the shit out of my fingers, like mercy, like back when we used to play mercy. But no, man, it's a nice little crank there. So I don't even know. I think he just wasn't ready to play the rule set. Wagner is extremely, extremely good at using the rule set given. Like the same way like how Gordon does it. He's like, what's the rules? This, and this. Wagner is good at those are the rules. Okay, well I can do this, which is like skirting the rules because doesn't say that I can't. I just have to change this and that. Which is why they finally banned the muffler at IBJJF. See, but that's the thing, though. It's like you can't cover a person's mouth in IBJJF, right?
I don't know.
You can't.
It
specifically says in the rule book. But there's nothing that says you can't put your entire arm in front of their face. You know, like it's the same way how you can put your hand on the throat, you just can't squeeze.
Well,
it's okay. I can put a lot of pressure this way. It's just as bad, you know. But whatever. I think we should call it a night. It's getting late. We got to get some sleep. Back to competition training tomorrow. You got something for the people? You got something to say?
No. Well, we are going. This will be up. So if anybody's listening and they're in the vicinity, don't forget Jay-Z's grand opening of Fight Sports Deerfield is coming up this Sunday, which is the 26th,
10 to 4. In Deerfield Beach, Florida. I got a wedding Saturday, and then I got to go to that on Sunday. So yeah, if you're in the area, everybody's welcome.
And if you guys go to New Breed this Saturday, stop by and say hi.
You gonna be there?
Yeah, Calvin's competing. So.
Just Calvin?
Just Calvin.
What weight class?
Well, I don't know.
Jeez. Well, good luck to Calvin. Good luck to everybody competing. And actually, this weekend, I'm looking forward to the black belts at Euros. So it should be pretty good. Mikey Musumeci is going to be competing too. So it'd be cool to see.
Are you going to watch it on my account, you son of a bitch?
Yes, I am. Just letting you know. Actually, no, I probably can't because I'll be at the wedding. But they don't mind.
That's why you have a phone.
Yeah, right. All right, everybody, that's it for us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow at Jiu-Jitsu Radio on Instagram. Check out the website, jiu-jitsuradio.com. Subscribe. Follow Shawn at Gorilla Boy BJJ. Follow me at Sonder Marketing. And with that being said, we're out. Peace.
Later.
You kidding me, boss?
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!